Hurricane Milton hitting Florida right after Hurricane Helene brought devastation to the southeast. And several companies, including Walmart, have command centers for relief efforts. Joining us right now from their own command center is Walmart's U.S. President and CEO, John Furner. And John, thank you for joining us this morning. We have been trying to get a feel for what's happening on the ground there. And obviously, you guys have a pretty good idea. What have you seen?
Well, good morning, and thanks for having us on. I'm in our Emergency Operations Center this morning, and this is a center, Becky, that we've been operating for over a couple decades, and it really became central to our entire culture and operation back in 2005 with Hurricane Katrina. And there's some associates here that were here during that time. I was here in that time, and this team has an amazing way of being able to prepare, then assess, and respond to the situation. And what we've seen the last few days, obviously, a big surprise with how the storm developed last weekend from a tropical storm all the way to a Category 5. So this is a big storm. It made landfall about where we expected last evening. It's moved relatively quickly across the state. And so today, the mission will be to assess where we are. As soon as road conditions are clear and safe and winds are below 40 miles per hour, we'll be ready to move into these areas, provided, of course, our associates are safe. That's our number one priority, is keeping track of our people and how they've done through this situation. So we're ready to take a look today. We're optimistic. We always are that we'll be able to get into these areas quickly. We have about 270 locations between Walmart, Sam's Club, and our supply chain that have been closed overnight. The majority of those have generators on site, and then we have another set of generators, enough to cover those locations that we can get back into and get these sites up and running. So our goal today is to assess where we are, open where possible, serve our communities. And just like in Hurricane Helene, we'll be setting up in our parking lots places where people can come charge their phone, connect, and find their family and their loved ones. Hopefully provide, as soon as we can, water and food and the necessary supplies to the communities that need it. So the next 24 hours will be a period of assessment to really understand where this is. And we'll be working closely with the EOC in Florida. The state of Florida has a very strong EOC that we're embedded in as well. And so we're optimistic in the next day or two we can make some progress and help people start rebuilding and cleaning up the state of Florida.
When you send people in, I mean, you have all of your associates who are there. What does that entail? What are you sending in? What sort of supplies? What sort of logistics? What sort of manpower?
Yeah, first is locating all of our associates who evacuated during the storm. As you know, there were mandatory evacuation orders in a lot of communities. A lot of people left, so we'll be contacting them. And as they make their way back in, we'll get into our buildings, we'll assess the structure itself and ensure that it's safe to operate. We're obviously concerned about some flooding that we saw, but we'll be watching that carefully. And then as far as the supply chain, and the supply chain's in good shape. Over the last few months, we've really gotten our supply chain to a place of stability. And we have loads of food, water, necessary supplies staged in North Florida and our distribution centers really north of the storm that will be ready to move in once we know where those need to go. The team behind me that operate this center, this is a combination of people and logistics, transportation. We have a meteorologist here on staff today, and we have a really broad team of people. And we all come together throughout the year. This is a 365-day or 24-hour day operation, and so we're always here on staff ready to assess any kind of situation. And so our priority again today is assessing the situation, knowing where our people are, and then safely getting our buildings reopened so that the communities can get back to normalcy.
John, I know that Walmart, the Walmart Foundation has increased its commitment to $10 million in terms of help that they are trying to provide to victims of Hurricane Helene. What does that look like? How do you put that out? Can you tell us any stories about what's already been taking place there?
Sure. Helene was a really tough event. I've been with the company 31 years, and it's hard to think of something that has had the kind of impact that what we saw with Hurricane Helene. This is a fast-moving hurricane, made landfall, and then quickly made its way into the Appalachian Mountains and had pretty catastrophic effects on Appalachia, the state of Georgia, a lot of flooding. I was just in Newport, Tennessee last Friday to talk about the $10 million commitment that we made. And it's just heartbreaking to hear, people that have lost everything. We had 5 associates in that store that lost everything. One of them, his entire home was picked up by a river and taken away. And we've been in that region for almost 50 years. You know, the stores, the locations, the communities in Appalachia, they're part of our family, and they have been for a long time. So we're going to stay with these groups as long as it takes. We have 2 stores that were impacted that are closed. We'll rebuild those and ensure that they were better when we finished than they were before this all happened. But there are a lot of really tough stories in that region. And we want to ensure that we're doing everything that we can to try to help those communities recover. I said this a couple of days ago. We have about 100 locations where our parking lots have become a place of hope, a place where people can come to recover, to get a hot meal, which is so important at a time like this, to get their prescription filled, just the basic necessities that people need. And in that entire region, you know, it's tough. Some of the roads are tough. They're hard. These are areas that were hard to reach before the storm, and then post the storm, it's made it even more challenging to get into some of the affected regions.